Shalom. This is lesson 5a from our book, Modern Hebrew by Harry Bloomberg and Mordecai Lewitz. And we're going to open our class in prayer. Dear Lord God, we just thank you for this chance to get together and study the Hebrew language. We love you. We love the language of your word and the language of the people of Israel. We just pray that you'd help us to remember and understand. We ask in Yeshua's name. Amen. So, who needs a clipboard? Now that we're in the sanctuary, we don't have a table. People need a writing surface. Shalom. I asked some Israelis, how do you say clipboard in Hebrew? And they said, I don't know. We looked it up in the dictionary and it wasn't there. But they decided we'll make up a word. Luach ketiva. We'll call it luach ketiva, a writing surface. Do you need one? We're live. It's already going. Yes, we're in business. Let me lend you a book. My guess is that you don't have a book. I'm lending you one. So this week we're on page 21. We're starting on page 21. Let's go through the new vocabulary. We'll do a rocket docket right through this new vocabulary, 15 words. Page 21. First would be the word, how you say Hebrew song, Shir Ivri. Ivri. That's not a good resh. Shir Ivri. So, the first question, you have a question on the first word? This one? Yes.
So, Dinsler says the and you're saying the re. Which one is it?
Say the whole word so I'll know what you're talking about.
Shir Ivri.
Ivri. Shir Ivri.
I don't hear. Is it a rolled R?
Shir Ivri. Shir Ivri. Yeah. It's an r. Yeah.
Is it like a French R or not?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but the question I expected was Hebrew is Ivrit. What happened to the Tav? Yes. Well, the Hebrew language, Safa is the word for language. Safa, like this. Whoops, get the dot over here. Safa is like your lip. Two lips would be Sfatayim, but they just say Safa. They have it in the singular. Safa, Ivrit, the language, the Ivrit. And Safa, a body part that comes in pairs, is going to be feminine. So this is feminine. This is a Tav that's for a feminine adjective, to agree with a feminine noun. Okay? So 99% of the time we leave off this word and we just say Ivrit. Okay, so, but Shir is masculine. So the Tav is gone. So everybody say Shir Ivri. Shir Ivri. Mm-hmm. We need to talk after class about some the haze and the chetz. Haze and chetz. Okay, milah means word, yes. Okay, so I gave you extra stuff. Okay. Milah. Did I? Milah means word. Yeah. Okay, so milah means word, and you see a little tiny resh after it because they show you the plural. So the plural would be milim, like this, milim, and that looks like a masculine ending, right? Im, but no, milah is a feminine noun. So put a little red flag beside it in your mind. You need a little red flag on milah, milim in your mind because it looks masculine, but it's feminine. Can you do that? Milah, milim. Say it. Milah, milim. Who? We already know this one. Who means he. No mystery there. He means she. Me means who. Who, it means he. Okay. Zum, gali. Zoom Gali. What are they doing? Okay, so we're going to learn an obscure song in this chapter. It goes Zoom Gali 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 Zoom Gali Gali Zoom Gali 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 Zoom. So we have to learn. When we get to this, we have to say Zoom Gali. Okay. Next, Chalutz. Chalutz. Chalutz is a pioneer. I learned that in 1991. My book said, here's the word. The word is chalutz. The meaning is pioneer. And in my world, it meant that for about 6 years, till I got to a biblical Hebrew class at University of Washington. And they said, chalutz means a man equipped for battle, a man equipped for war. And they opened up the Tanakh, and sure enough, chalutzim were men who were equipped for war. So I got to thinking, in modern Israel, before it was a state, people would be working in the fields. They would have to build a watchtower to watch over their crops so they wouldn't get burned at night by the enemy. People have to be prepared for battle in Israel. And so it's kind of like in when they were building the walls in the book of Nehemiah, and they had maybe a trowel in one hand and a sword hanging from the rock over there, within an arm's reach. That's chalutzim. They're pioneers, but they're prepared. They're armed. Okay, chalutz, and then to say the pioneer, you don't add ha, we add he in front of it. He chalutz. He chalutz. Okay? Normally you'd say ha in front of most consonants, but this is a guttural. And so you're going to say he chalutz. Can you say he chalutz? He chalutz. Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, I think it's just there are 4 gutturals, but I think it's just chet and he that do this. I think it's just those 2. There's also aleph, and we say ha'aretz, right? We know that one doesn't do it. And then there's ayin, and then I don't think that does it either. Reasonably sure it doesn't. Okay. Pardon me? Like chaver. Chaver would be friend. I wish I had an Israeli speaker here to confirm it, but I think so. Should be hey chaver. Should be. If I'm wrong, it won't be the first time. I think it's hey chaver, but it's definitely hey chalutz. Okay. Haaretz, the land. No, it's haaretz. When you put it into a noun construct to say like the land of Israel, Eretz Israel, but when you put ha in front of it and use it by itself, it's haaretz. It's an outlier. It's a funny word. It's behaving its own little way. That's Hebrew. Okay, so lema'an, for the sake of. Lema'an, for the sake of. Everybody say lema'an. Means for the sake of. Avodah, work. Avodah. I'm expecting a question with this. What's this dealy bopper under the ayin? Okay, if you have a two-syllable word and you add ah at the end of it, you're making it into a three-syllable word, but Hebrew wants to shorten it. Like, tumuna, the word for picture. Okay, so we're ending in ah. It should be tumuna, but it's going to shorten. And this is going to go to a shavah here. This sidewise snake bite like this. But a guttural doesn't want to do that. Gutturals like A-class vowels. So this is going to be avodah, so that you can say the word. An ayin is a very strange little sound that it makes. It's a kind of an ah. It needs a vowel. It needs a vowel very badly. Avodah. Okay, everybody say avodah. Avodah means work. I was in a class called Intro to Judaism at the University of Washington, and the teacher talked for about 15 minutes about the religious concept of avodah, which is service to God. Pardon me? Tumuna means picture. Picture. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's from last week. Week before. Depends on the context. You know, if I go to work as a plumber. In that context, avodah is plumbing. But the priests in the temple, that's a special use of the word avodah, service to God. And that's what this teacher was talking about. Okay. Then shir is song. Shir is song. Shirim is the plural.
Can I ask you, is the plural
Milonim.
Milonim?
Mm-hmm. Milonim. Yes. Dictionaries. Milonim. Okay, shir is song. The plural would be shirim. And probably in the book there's a little resh above it, right, like this. That means that it's rabim, the plural. Rabim means plural. They just put a little resh, just big enough for you to go, what's that little thingy on the page? It stands for rabim, plural. Shir, shirim. You might have heard of a person named Shir. That might be the name of an Israeli girl or woman. Shir or Shirah, certainly. I knew a woman named Shar. Shar means sing. It's like the verb. I think we're going to get to that too. Yes. In fact, that's what I was supposed to be writing. I wasn't supposed to be writing Shir. I was supposed to be writing Shar. Yeah. You guys got to stop me when I do such a thing. Shar. Yeah, I knew a woman named Shar. Shar means sing. So if I said Shar, I'm asking you to sing. Or I say, hu shar. That means he is singing. Shar, sharim. Shar, sing. No. The infinitive to sing is lashir. Lashir, yeah. Someday we'll learn that. La. Lashir. Okay. Gum, we already had. Gum. Also. Yeah, if you talk about things that come in pairs or in threes that are glommed together. Gum, glom. Just made that up. Me'od. Me'od means very. If you're looking at the Shema, when it says with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength, when they say strength, they're using this word right here. So when you say he's very fast or he's very smart, you're saying in a strong way. He's smart in a mighty way. Because this means, originally it means strong. Okay? Me'od. I might write on your paper, Tov Me'od.
That's like the English in the hills. People say, this moonshine is mighty good.
Yeah. Powerful good. It's powerful good. Toda. Toda. Thank you. Okay. So, Toda comes from a root which is Yud, Dalet, Hey. It's a very troubling root because the first one acts weird, the last one acts weird. The only one that doesn't misbehave is the middle one. There's a song that says, give thanks to the Lord for he is good in Hebrew. And it says, Hodu l'Adonai ki tov. Just to say, to give a command, Hodu, the first and the last radicals go away. It comes out like this. Hodu. It means give thanks. But if you put the accent on the first syllable, now it's Hodu. And Hodu means India. And you could put the word for a chicken in front of it, Ternagol. Ternagol Hodu is a turkey. And that's what you are if you come late to class. You're a turkey if you come late to Hebrew class. Ternagol means chicken. Ternagol means chicken. Yeah. But I'm erasing it because that's not what we're learning. We're learning Todah. Okay? It's just a reminder to be on time to class. They say there. Atem, you, plural, you all. Atem. Atem. This is how the Hebrew teacher at Seattle Pacific teaches Atem. Y'all. You plural. Speaking of mountain English.
He was the first Southerner.
Was he?
Yeah, he always said, may the God of grace and peace be with y'all.
Mm-hmm. Tov. Tovim. Tov is good, right? Plural, Tovim. Tov. Tovim. Good. This is the plural, the Rabim. of tov. Okay? Two more words, yeled, boy. Yeled, yeah, born one. Okay, and if we are going to put an suffix on it to make it feminine, we're going to shorten it to keep it 2 syllables. Kind of like we did with Timuna, and we tried to do with avodah, but the ayin wouldn't let us. But we're going to do it with the second vowel. The first one it changes to an yal, and then we shorten right here. Yalda is a girl. Okay? And it means born one. Like your birthday would be Yom Huledet, the day you're born. Anyway, there are a lot of things I could say about this, but we need to move on to the text, okay? So let's take a look on page 21, and we'll practice reading. We'll look at the text. Everybody have a book? Please say yes. Look on with somebody else if you don't. It's not? You don't have a Mad magazine behind that, do you? Okay. Okay, Shir Ivri. So I'm going to read the entire text for the benefit of the camera, and then we'll turn the camera off and we'll read it at our level, the level that we're at, and it won't be on the internet. Page 21 and on to page 22. The students learn a Hebrew song, Shir Ivri. Cheder, Hamoreh b'cheder, Hatalmidim b'cheder, Hamoreh kotev al haluach. Shoel Dan, Ma ata kotev al haluach? Omer Hamoreh, Ani kotev shir ivri al haluach. Hamoreh kotev et hamilim al haluach. Hu kotev? Zum gali gali gali, zum gali gali. Hechalutz lema'an avodah, avodah lema'an hechalutz. Zum gali gali gali, zum gali gali. Okay, so I searched for this obscure song. Excuse me, I'll finish reading the text first. Hamoreh shar et hashir. Gam hatalmidim sharim et hashir. Ze shir yafeh, Omer Dan. Ken omrim hatalmidim. Ze shir yafeh me'od. Toda, Omer Hamoreh. Ve'atem talmidim tovim. Okay, so I found this song. And as I say, it's quite an obscure song. And since it's in the book, and I love the book, I've put the notes to the song like this. Zoom gali gali gali, zoom gali gali, zoom gali gali gali, zoom. Zoom gali gali gali, zoom gali gali, zoom gali gali gali, zoom. Hechalutz leman avodah, avodah leman hechalutz. Hechalutz leman avodah, avodah leman hechalutz. Zoom gali gali gali, and so forth. Okay, so that's the song. But I won't make you sing it. Maybe. Depends on how well you read. Okay, so we'll look at the first 3 lines. Cheder. Hamoreh b'cheder. What did that say? Room. The teacher is in the room. Whoa, what a start. Hatalmidim b'cheder. Hatalmidim b'cheder. The students are in the room, yes. Okay, so I'm going to read the entire first line. I want everybody to read it when I'm done. Cheder. Hamoreh b'cheder. Hatalmidim b'cheder. Try it. Mm-hmm. Hamorei kotev al haluach. What happened? What happened? The teacher writes on the board. So repeat after me. Hamorei kotev al haluach. Hamorei kotev al haluach. Shoel dan. So what does shoel mean? Asks, asks. So in English we'd say Dan asks. Ma ata kotev al haluach. What are you writing on the board? So we'll break this into two parts. Repeat after me. Shoel dan. Ma akotev. Did I say that wrong? Let me try again. Ma ata kotev al haluach. Try it. Ma ata. Mm-hmm. Okay. Kotev, write. Kotev, write. What are you writing on the board? Ma means what? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so, Kelsey, can you read that 3 lines for us? Okay, hang on. Great. And Bernie, can you read the same 3, please? Cheder. 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 Yeah, yeah. It's like a cat that has a hairball. Cheder. Mm-hmm. Keep going. Luach. They said it. Haluach. Ma ata kotev al haluach. Everybody say that. Ma ata kotev al haluach. Okay, proceeding, line 4. Omer hamorei. The teacher says. And by the way, they're using the verb first. If this were a biblical Hebrew class, I would give you an ironclad rule. We start a sentence with the verb unless we're trying to emphasize something else. That's a biblical Hebrew rule. And bless his heart, Harry Bloomberg is trying to teach us to speak like King David or something. Because I would say, Hamorei Omer, but I speak 21st century Hebrew. Okay. Omer Hamorei, Ani kotev shir ivri al haluach. So what did he say? I am writing a Hebrew song on the blackboard. Mm-hmm. Okay, so repeat after me. We'll break this into 2 parts. Omer Hamorei. 3 parts. Ani kotev shir ivri al haluach. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath. I'll do the whole line. You guys do it after me. Omer hamorei, ani kotev shir ivri al haluach. Try it. Musika. Zot musika be'oznai. Okay, last line of the page. Hamorei kotev et hamilim. What did we say? Hamorei, the teacher writes the words al haluach on the board. Hu kotev, colon. He writes. And we have to turn the page to find out what he writes, but don't turn it yet. Okay. So I'm going to do this last line here in 3 parts. Hamorei kotev et hamilim. Try it. Al haluach. Hu kotev. Okay. Read this for us, Max. Last two lines. Start with Omer Hamoreh. Okay, turn the page. What did he write? Zum gali gali gali, zum gali gali. Hechalutz lema'an avodah. The worker or the pioneer for the sake of work. A pioneer for the sake of work. Hechalutz lema'an avodah. Let's do it one word at a time. Hechalutz lema'an avodah. Now 3 words after me. Hechalutz lema'an avodah. Now it's the same 3 words, just in reverse order. One word at a time, though. Avodah, lema'an, hechalutz. Okay. After me, avodah, lema'an, hechalutz. Yeah. Zum gali gali gali, zum gali gali. See, the idea of this song is, come to Israel and work for free. And I've done it. It's fun. Yeah. Lema'an, for the sake of? Lema'an. 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 Yeah, I've gone to Israel and I've worked on a tank base for 3 weeks in the welding shop for free. In fact, I paid for the right to do it. It was fun. At one point, I didn't know much Hebrew, but I was walking along this ridge, kind of, and there was a tank that was going at walking pace about 100 feet ahead of me, and it was squeaking like crazy. So I said, Tzarich shemen. You need oil. And they shouted back, Tzarich avodah. We need to fix the tank. Okay. Yeah, I said you need oil. You need to oil the treads of the tank. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they fed me. Yeah. I worked in a kosher kitchen. They had 2 kosher kitchens on the Army base. One of them was a meat kitchen. The other was a milk kitchen. And in the meat kitchen, each piece of silverware had a hole drilled in the handle. And that silverware is not supposed to go into the milk kitchen dish room. That would be a very bad thing. And all of the plates and dishes for the milk kitchen were blue, and all the plates and dishes for the meat kitchen were orange. And God forbid that an orange dish would go into the blue dish room.
Have you ever tried doing that in a really small kitchen?
No.
It's really hard.
Yeah. To keep rabbinic kashrut, you need 2 kitchens.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll finish. We have 5 more lines. Hamoreh shar et hashir. Hamoreh shar, the teacher sings, et hashir, the song. Okay, so repeat after me. Hamoreh shar et hashir. Hamoreh shar et hashir. The teacher sings the song. Okay. Actually, we haven't had you people read the stuff before this yet, though. So the part with the zum gali gali and hechalutz lema'an avodah, avodah lema'an hechalutz. Can you read that for us, Dani, please, Danielle? Okay. Hamoreh shar et hashir. The teacher sings the song. Everybody say it. Hamoreh shar et hashir. Gam hatalmidim. Also the students, right? Can you say after me? Gam hatalmidim. Sharim et hashir. Sharim et hashir. Also the students sing the song. Okay, so try it after me. Gam hatalmidim sharim et hashir. Go. Gam hatalmidim sharim et hashir. And Don is really smart. He knows what the right thing to say to make the teacher happy. Ze shir yafe. That's a beautiful song, Omer Dan. Ze shir yafe, Omer Dan. Go. Ze shir yafe, Omer Dan. Oh, yeah, yeah. Zum gali gali gali, zum gali gali. Yafe me'od. Okay. Okay. Ken omrim hatalmidim. Next to the last line, by the way. Ken omrim hatalmidim. Yes, the students say. Ze shir yafe me'od. Ze shir yafe me'od. It's a very beautiful song. Hechalutz liman avodah. Avodah liman hechalutz. Come and work for free in Israel. Pay to work in Israel. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Last line. Toda omer hamore. What does that mean? Thank you, says the teacher. Toda omer hamore. Everybody. Toda omer hamore. Ve'atem talmidim tovim. Ve'atem talmidim tovim. And you are good students. If you thought this is a really stupid song, then you wouldn't be very good students. Yes. No. If you're starting off with something else, it reverses the word order. It behaves just like a European language. Like if you said, thank you, says the teacher. That's why modern Hebrew does that. Influence of German, English, French, Romanian. Toda omer hamore. Yeah. You could say, take the toda off the front and say hamore omer toda. That would be how I would say it. But I've got a feeling that Harry Bloomberg wouldn't. He'd probably say omer hamore toda. But he's the only one. But yeah, he's trying to put the brakes on the development of the Hebrew language. He wants to keep it back in the classical Hebrew period. Yeah, I kind of, yeah.
There are always going to be descriptive linguists and prescriptive linguists. And unless you have a balance between the two, the language just runs away.
Yeah, well,
It's crazy.
from this, you can use this class as a platform to go to modern Hebrew, or you can pick up the Tanakh and go that way. And they're pretty different. They're pretty different languages. Okay, so I encourage you to do Pimsleur Hebrew. This week we should be wrapping up lesson 8 of Pimsleur Hebrew and starting on lesson 9. And I have printed off a bunch of copies of my cheat sheets for the Pimsleur lessons. I printed off a whole bunch of them. And this is lessons 5 through 8 right here. Can I commission you to hand them out? See, I think I have more than that. I hope there are 15 of those. I think that's how many I printed. So that should be plenty. And then I went someplace I've never gone before. I worked up the cheat sheet for lesson 9 this morning. People have been after me to do this for years.
So you don't have all the way up through what I have.
No.
But you did get them from 1 to where we are now, right?
Pass them down. Here. Pass them the other way. I think I only have 10 of these. Okay, we'll pass them down. I'll go to the other end and get one for myself. Oh, thank you. Intercepted. So, lesson 9. That's Pimsleur lessons 1 through 30. Yeah. So, lesson 9 has a conversation at the beginning of it, which lesson 9 starts out. Dan is speaking with Miriam. Dan says, Shalom, Miriam. Ma shlomech. Try it. Shalom, Miriam. Ma shlomech. And Miriam says, Tov todah, Dan. Tov todah, Dan. And Dan says, Miriam, ma at rotza la'asot achshav. Try it. Miriam, ma at rotza la'asot achshav. One more time. Okay, what it means in English, Miriam, what do you want to do now? Achshav means now. Okay. And we're going to repeat it after me again, same line, after I'm done. Miriam, ma at rotza la'asot achshav? And she answers, Ani lo yoda'at. Ve'ata? Try it. And I don't know. And you? Yeah. When I started teaching Hebrew, I got used to saying, Ani lo yodea. It means I don't know. And it's a good, fast, simple answer, and you can move on, you know. It was very liberating to be able to say that. And Dan says, Ani rotze le'echol arochat tzohorayim achshav. Try that. Ani rotze le'echol arochat tzohorayim achshav. Okay, everybody say the word for lunch after me. Arochat tzohorayim. Arochat tzohorayim. And if you can't say that, you'll have to wait till dinner. Okay. At rotza le'echol iti. At rotza le'echol iti. Do you want to eat with me? Iti means with me. Iti with me. So repeat these 4 words after me. At rotza le'echol iti. And Miriam says, Ken. Ani rotze le'echol itcha. Try that much. Ken. Ani rotza le'echol itcha. Yes, I want to eat with you. Itcha means with you. Ken ani rotza le'echol itcha. Aval means but. Aval b'misada, at a restaurant. Beseder? So try these 3 words after me. Aval b'misada, beseder? Aval b'misada, beseder? And Dan says, Tov, efo. Tov, efo. Now, in the Mayim book, they had the accent for efo on the 2nd syllable. And in the Pimsleur, they always say it efo. I think efo is correct, but it could go either way. It could be efo. Depends on the speaker, I guess. Okay, so Miriam says, B'misada b'kikar rabin. B'misada b'kikar rabin. In a restaurant on Rabin Square. In a restaurant on Rabin Square. Kikar is square. Yeah, but it's kikar. You got to believe me. Dan, Akin, ani yodea. Try it. Akin, ani yodea. And Miriam, ואני רוצה גם לשתות יין, בסדר? גם לשתות יין, בסדר? Yain, wine, wine. And this might be a word that is actually related to the English word wine and not a borrowed word. They might have somehow come from the same place, which is pretty amazing since they're on different branches. English is on the Indo-European branch and Hebrew is on the Semitic branch of the tree of languages.
It's the Greek, it's not the English. It's because it's oinos. Oinos, it's the Greek, that's where it comes from.
Yeah, which is on the, you're talking about the English word?
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's where they're borrowing it from, because that's where we're borrowing.
Okay, well, I don't know where it comes from, but they might be related.
By the time you get to Vietnamese, it becomes Y. I don't know what it is in Chinese, but it's Y
Uh-huh.
in Vietnamese.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm trying to not think in Chinese right now. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good staying with Hebrew here. Okay. Yes, Misada is restaurant. Okay, so this will help you as you embark on lesson 9 of your Pimsleur Hebrew, as you faithfully study your Pimsleur Hebrew. Beseder? Let's see here. Oh, yeah, you can go through the rest of it on your own. We'll look at the song Hadegel Sheli real quick. And if you haven't heard it before, you're new to class because we've done it before. And if you haven't heard it before, here are the words for you anyway. Here, two more. Keep one. Hadegel Sheli. Here. You haven't, oh, you're done. Okay. There's an extra. Okay, so there are a lot of things I like about this song. I like all of it. I like the music. I like the dance. But for Hebrew class, what I like about it is the refrain, which they say over and over again. It's good, simple, basic words that come in handy around here. And it's, my flag is blue and white, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. My flag is blue and white, like the sea and the desert. If you look about halfway down, there are 4 verses, and then it says chorus. That's where we are when we do this. My flag is blue and white, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Hadegel Sheli means my flag. Can you say Hadegel Sheli? Then it says who, that's like it or he. Kachol, blue, ve'lavan. Lavan is white. Hadegel Sheli hu kachol ve'lavan. Try it. Hadegel Sheli hu kachol ve'lavan. Yesterday is etmol. Today is hayom. And tomorrow is machar. And we've got the word gam in there, and also vegam. Etmol, hayom, vegam, machar. Machar. And then the first line repeats again. Hadegel sheli hu kachol ve'lavan. Try it. Yeah. The word for sea is yam. I see a misspell. That should be Y-A-M. Etmol. No, I'm sorry. It is right. Look on the right line, Rick. Kamo hayam, like the sea, veha midbar. Midbar is desert. So we'll break it into 2 parts. Kamo hayam, veha midbar. Okay. אני וגם הסבתא ישבנו פה בסבתא על הספסל שבגינה. וסבתא שוב חוזרת ושוב היא מספרת מה שהיה לפני המדינה. מגדל גדר של תיל, לילות שמרה מפני אויב. בדפנה וחניתה אל המגדל הביתה, ושר עם כולם מתוך הלב. הדגל שלי הוא כחול ולבן, אתמול, היום וגם מחר. הדגל שלי הוא כחול ולבן, כמו הים והמדבר. תמיד חוזרת, צוחקת ואומרת, אסור לשכוח את המנגינה. הדגל שלי הוא כחול ולבן, אתמול, היום וגם מחר. הדגל שלי הוא כחול ולבן, כמו הים והמדבר. הדגל שלי הוא כחול ולבן, אתמול, היום וגם מחר. הדגל שלי הוא כחול ולבן, כמו הים והמדבר. תודה, תודה. שיעורי בית, write the text, pages 21 and 22. Talk to yourself as you write. Talking to yourself is good. Talk to yourself. And come back next week.